I'm Barbara Franklin. I'm 64, and I had an eyelid lift, breast augmentation, and a facelift. And I'd actually been to a couple other doctors knowing that I really wasn't ready to do it, but I just wanted a little bit more information about how it was done and the cost. And the minute I sat down and we started discussing, I just knew this is who I wanted to do my surgery. And the timing was right. And I actually was ready to go in when we got done. I said, well, can you do it tomorrow? She said, no, but I could probably do it on Friday. And so I was in surgery just a couple days later. I love the fact that she had worked in New York. A lot of the, I know everybody says accomplishments, but a lot of the accomplishments that she had there, who she worked with, was very impressed by the biography and the information I had. And she's a woman. I felt like she could relate. What I really liked about the time that I spent with her in consulting as to what I was going to have done is I really felt I'm in sales. I have been all my life, and she wasn't trying to sell me anything. I think she really listened to what I wanted and just made me feel very confident in the fact that she was going to do for me what I wanted and not over the top. Well, I went in knowing that I wanted a facelift, and no, I didn't actually know that. I had had many friends who had, over a period of a few years, had different procedures done that weren't surgery. And the first time I thought, no, that looks pretty good. But when they kept going back, I just felt like they all sort of had the same kind of look, and it wasn't permanent, and I really wanted something more permanent. The women all tend to, after they've had a procedure done 2 or 3 times with the fillers and the Botox, they all take on a very similar appearance. And for me, I didn't like that. So when I went to see her, I took my finger here and my thumb here, and I barely pushed up, maybe not even half an inch. And I said, Dr. Walden, this is what I'd like it to look like. And she said, I can do that, but there's only one procedure that will work for that, and that is a facelift. And I think in the back of my mind, I knew that, but I trusted exactly what she told me. And the way I explained it was that you're born with the framework and the bones. And over the years, gravity takes hold and it drops some. And I told her what I wanted was, I wanted to see my own structure again, which was me. And all I wanted was that bit of a lift so that my frame is my frame, and it was my natural frame. And another thing that really impressed me about the research I did with her was that she's known for a natural-looking facelift. And we've all seen pictures and maybe even know women who've had them that they don't look natural. I think the thing that impressed me about Dr. Walden is she didn't, during our consultation, she didn't sugarcoat anything. She didn't try to upsell me on anything. She just really listened to what I wanted as my end result, and really gave me the options to choose from that would get me there. All of a sudden, it's like, okay, I'm going under. Why not have it all done? So we talked about that, and I'd always been an A, and I had 2 children, and up until maybe a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years, I liked the way I looked. I was firm, and they were little, but they were pretty, and I liked it. But then I told her, gosh, I don't know, the last 6 months, something's happened. And they're just like not full, and I did not want something that didn't feel natural to me. But you know, if I could be a full B, I'd be happy with that. So she gave me before and after pictures to look at, and I think I went home and I didn't really find anything for me that I thought was just right. And so her assistant said, well, maybe she told me the day I was in there, she said, just go to any website, any book, whatever, and when you find something that you like, you know, go ahead and email it to Lauren. And I had about 3 photos, and 2 days later when I came in for surgery, she had them blown up, and Dr. Walden said, I see what you like, and I can definitely do that. I don't know why this makes me teary. But I went in on my second or third week when I went back in to see her. And she is very businesslike. She has her doctor mode, and I don't know her as a personal friend. But I think I kind of took her off guard, and she walked in and I gave her a big hug, kind of a teary hug, and I said, you know, there are plastic surgeons and they're plastic surgeons, but you are an artist. And she really did give me everything that I asked for. Not so much that it was drastic, that anybody else goes, you know, whoa, what'd you do? But for me, I'm still really active at 64, and I feel young at heart, and I just didn't feel like I was looking that way anymore. So yeah, it gave me a lot of self-confidence. As far as the facelift goes, I think my timing was perfect for that. But it was something on the breast augmentation when I got every time I look in the mirror, I go, oh my God, why didn't I do this before? Because I'm long since my childbearing days. But the timing was just right, you know. If you hit a certain age, I think you kind of maintain, everybody's age is different, you kind of maintain for a while, and then all of a sudden, over a period of a year or two, there are more drastic changes, and it's like, okay, you just dip it up. I think that also, looking at pictures the year prior, year and a half prior, I really started to notice this sagging and wrinkles, and it just was catching up in a hurry, and it happened over a very quick period of time. And now I look at pictures, and even myself, I go, wow, what a difference. I mean, it really took about 10 or 15 years off. I think the biggest compliment to her is that when you have it done, it really does look natural. You do look younger, but people who don't know you real well think you just look fabulous for your age, or people that do know you think, oh my gosh, you know, you look so rested and happy, and you know. But I was at a Christmas party just a couple nights ago, Friday night, and we were seated at a table where I didn't know anybody, and the hostess was so great. She tried to pair everybody up to people who had similar interests, so there was a couple there that were our age, and we were talking, and they got to talking about medical insurance and, you know, turning 65, and the gentleman said, oh, I can't wait, you know, this year I get free medical, meaning Medicare, I guess. And I said, oh my gosh, I can't wait either. I got one more year. And both of he and his wife just, you're kidding. And it kind of took me off guard. I said, no. I said, no, you can't be 64. I said, yes. And so I thought, Dr. Walden. I look back and I'm grateful that I picked Dr. Walden to do my surgery, and I am so pleased with it. I would do it again in a heartbeat.